puppy, I'm inappropriate. I like hearing stories, I like the whole script. You're such a freaky girl, I love it.
Absolutely love the fact that on any other channel, it would be like, what the fuck is she saying? Like, why the fuck? But on this channel, I can be like, hey, bitches and hoes. What the fuck is up? What's up, you dirty whore? And it's endearing. Love my audience. Love my channel. Love my life. Love you. If you hear that, you know who it is. Thing one and thing two. But I don't know why you're doing that, honey. But while I have you here, what we're going to talk about today is stage names. Now, some of you heard that just now and was like, I already have a stage name. I don't need this video. No. You should still stay, because there comes a point in many of our careers that we want to rebrand once or several times, or we need to rebrand. And I mean, because when we first are starting out, we don't really see it from the angles that we're going to see it later on down the road from. And you might rethink your whole entire brand, your whole entire approach to it. You might want to go at it. Sorry, I have edible skills in my teeth. I'm getting out. I gotta stop eating them like they're candy. I mean, yeah. You might want to take a classier approach or whatever it is, okay? You might want to become a dom. You might want to, who knows? But you'll figure it out somewhere along your journey. Or you can be like me, that I've kept my name this entire time. And I've thought about changing it, and I've tried to change it a couple times, but it never felt right for me to change it. Like, I've always just been really attached to my name. And I've told some of you how I got my name, but I'll just say it in the video just to make sure that everyone hears the cute little story. So they used to say that you get your stripper name. I don't know, this was like an online thing or like a party thing. I don't know where it came about. But they would say that you get your stripper name from the first pet you ever had and the first street you ever grew up on. So the first pet I ever had was a black lab named Nikki. And the first street I grew up on was New Hope Road in Galt. So Nikki New Hope was born. And I mean, alliteration, it kind of like clicked together. It sounded nice, and it just stuck. It just stuck from that day on. It stuck. It was like something. She was born, and you'll feel that when you find your stage name. It will just click, and you'll feel the birth of another human. Your Superman to your Clark Kent. Now, some of us have more trouble finding stage names than other of us. Sometimes it doesn't just click like that. And sometimes I see girls with horrible stage names. Horrible. Like, why would you choose that? Sometimes I've seen a lot of girls just copy other girls' names. Like, not even change one letter. Like copy the fuck out of it, which is, don't do that. Don't even do it if you're just gonna change one letter. Don't do that. Don't piggyback off of somebody. Be your own person. So the way you can choose your stage name is, like, you can think of it how I did, or you can think of it like, you know, we all had, when we were growing up, when we would play make-believe, we would have our favorite name. Like, my favorite name when I would play make-believe when I was younger would be Becca or Becky or Rebecca, because of the Rebecca on Cheers. I don't know, I just always thought she was like so it. And so, or you can use that. You can use that name that you always thought was your favorite as a kid. You can also go to, if you're stumped, there's a site called Nameberry where they have various lists of names. And you can use a first and a last name. You can use just the first name with a word in front of it, you know, like the Naughty Nikki, or I used to be called, or I used to coin myself as Nocturnal Nikki for a long time there, to where they knew I was Nikki New Hope, but they also knew the like tagline of Nocturnal Nikki, because I liked to primarily work at night at those times in my younger days. There was something about the night air. But And or you can play on other names. Like, I always thought it was a cute idea to use, what's that girl from Saved by the Bell? God, what's her name? Kelly Kapowski. Always thought that was just like would be the cutest escort name. Kelly Kapowski. You wanna write it out, like open up Paint or Word, not necessarily WordPad, maybe WordPad, but like usually like a Paint application or something, or if you have an iPad, something where you can write it out in different fonts and try it on and stuff. Look in the mirror and call yourself that and see if you hate it or not, because something that sounds good or looks good written out can totally not feel like something you want to answer to all the time, because you're going to be answering to this all the time. Like it's you. It's your secondary. It's your second you. It's an extension of you. So are you gonna, like, I chose a name on eBand that I ended up absolutely hating, like right away. I have no idea why I chose it. Like, in theory, I guess maybe it sounded good, or like, I don't know, but I ended up hating it. And so that's not something that I wanted to, can keep up with or brand for or advertise for or be called, because it was just something I just didn't like. So make sure that you want to be called that. Make sure that you can feel it, you know what I mean? Like, you might have it go with a persona. You might pick your persona first, your little character first, and you might then choose a name that fits her. This all ties in with branding and aesthetic, and you are a company. You yourself are the product and the company, and you're everything. You're it. Unless you are fortunate enough to be higher up and everything, like Amy Taylor status, where she has people working behind her and for her. But if you do things right, you can later on down the road be of that status. But right now, you are so many things. You are the technical support. You are the customer service. You are the, receptionist, the booking, the photographer, the lighting, the editing, we can go on for days. The makeup artist, the hairstylist, the wardrobe, we can go on for days, okay? The web designer, it's never ending. But so you need to think of yourself as, yes, you need to market yourself. Yes, you need to brand yourself. Some girls keep the same wild hair color the whole way through, and then they keep that same color about their whole theme of their Twitter and throughout their Instagram. And another thing you should be looking at, and we can talk about later, or we have already talked about Instagram, but yeah, into your Instagram feed, a good way to look at feed patterns and aesthetics is by going on Pinterest and looking at Instagram aesthetics, and like find an aesthetic that you think you can kind of stick to or want to stick to that's more visually appealing, that fits your persona. What is your persona? Are you a bad girl? Are you the girl next door? Are you a hippie girl, bohemian? Are you artsy? Are you a cunt? Are you the popular cheerleader girl? Are you the trophy wife? What are you? Or what persona are you? Is your secondary person, is your stage name. It's a part of you, but it's not you. And start with that stage name. Write it down, see how it looks, wear it, try it on, call yourself it in the mirror a few times, and then edit it and play with it, and then eventually it will click. Let me know what your stage name fails are down in the comments below. Stage names that didn't make the cut down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be the first to live the whole life. Nikki New Hope out.